Well, hello there. It's time to take a break. We're out here bucking up walnut logs, and had a little clip I wanted to do for you today. And if I can find me a good seat here, I got a prop here today. This Reg Kelly table in the walnut patch today. Anyway, I got me a prop. Here's a ruler, and right here's a tape measure. And you can see these famous tools I got, pretty expensive, and then I've got one here that kind of is expensive sometimes to buy one. It's called a scale stick. We're going to talk today about this subject right here, ruler. You heard about the two carpenters, didn't you? That's trying to build a house, and they kept cutting. One of them he'd holler down and tell the old boy to cut something, and next thing you know, he'd send up a board and it'd be 3/8 of an inch off and wouldn't fit, too short, too long, and all this kind of stuff. And finally he jumped down and said, "What in the world are you cutting with?" And anyway, they got to checking and the rulers weren't the same, and they just couldn't build nothing. If you had a team of carpenters building a house, anything, and they don't all working off the same ruler, they're going to have big problems. That's a funny name, isn't it? Ruler. That little thing? Yeah, that little thing rules. If you had two little boys out here playing, and they were going to play, building, and they were cutting stuff, and one of them said, "We're going to go by my 6.5 inches, not yours." The other little boy said, "All right, well, here's my 6.5." And the other little boy said, "Well, here's my 6.5. And it's different. They ain't going to get nothing done. There's going to be confusion, isn't there? Well, I'm glad somebody come up with a ruler. Somewhere, sometime, somebody set a standard in our country that an inch was an inch, that a foot was a foot, and a 1/4 inch is a 1/4 inch, and so forth. And they made a ruler, and it rules. You go to build something, these little flimsy things, it may not cost much, but it rules. Or if you don't use it, and this isn't your ruler when you're building, you're in trouble. Well, that's the same way it is with God. God is a ruler. And if you don't go by his rules, your life's going to be a train wreck. You ain't going to get nothing built. It's just going to be constant chaos and confusion. You try to build your marriage without a ruler, you're going to have trouble. Somebody is going to set the standard. The standard needs to be right here, God's Word. It's the best standard in the world. But I noticed something years ago. When I got saved, started preaching, I didn't know there was a battle over the Bible. And all of a sudden, I found out people was bringing different rulers in the church. And somebody'd have an NIV, and somebody'd have this, and somebody'd have that. And, well, my Bible says this, and my Bible says that, and my Bible says this, and all of a sudden they was all using different rulers. And the sad part about it was, sometimes they didn't know where the preacher was reading, and they couldn't even read the Bible together as a congregation, because it wasn't all using the same ruler. I want to encourage you, really think that through. Do you don't reckon that one of the reasons our country is so deteriorated so bad is because we've decided to have 2 or 3 different rulers? And of course, somebody's going to rule. Can I tell you that if you don't let God rule your life, the devil's going to rule it. I can promise you. You never rule your own life. So, I got a ruler. It's standard measurement. I can go anywhere in this country with somebody that's got one like it, and we can build something. I got a ruler. Bible. It'll build a strong person. It'll build a strong family. It'll build a strong country. Build a strong church too. I hope you'll let God be your ruler. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time on Table in the Wilderness.